This is the tool cabinet, arguably the single most important part of your base. Not only does it provide your base with the resources needed to upkeep it, it also repairs the base when it's damaged. Furthermore, your cabinet is the keeper of privilege. Have the privilege and you can build till your heart's content. Have no privilege, and you're stuck with your thumb up your ass. However, before we discuss glitching the absolute balls out of this fucker, let's cover some of the basics. Now, we all know how TCs work, or at least in theory we should know how TCs work. TCs obviously have to sit on a foundation. If you walk up to the TC and you get authorization, you will get a little block that says building privilege. Remove that authorization and you will also lose your building privilege, meaning you cannot build in the radius because you are building blocked. Authorize yourself and you can build as much as you want to. As you start backing out, you will notice if you get further enough away, you lose your privilege. Close enough, you get your privilege back. This is called the building privilege radius. It's a circle. Now initially the circle used to just circle the TC. However, recent changes have made it circle any foundation that is connected to the foundation that has the TC on it.
Because it's a circle.
That's kind of nice.
It's not like a triangle. Triangle has like a corner in the ends. This one is a circle.
Okay, we get it.
Now within the circle we can only place one tool cabinet. It only allows for it, because according to FacePunch you cannot stack building privileges, which is great. But your boy Flak has got other arrangements. I'm going to show you fuckers how to place as many tool cabinets as you want in your base. Let's do this. And a special thank you to Zedge for coming up with this fucking mind-blowing idea. It is insane. Hold tight, boys. Now let's start with my favorite thing in the entire game, the salvage shelves. I love these things because they're like building blocks, except they're not. I'm going to place 4. And I'm going to show you how to make 3 fake tool cabinets and 1 real one. Bearing in mind this is just an example. I don't want to build a base for you guys. I want to show you the principle of this glitch. I want you guys to come up with your own base. So it starts off fairly simple. I'm going to fly up now and you'll notice one very special thing. I can actually place tool cabinets on top of the shelves. These shelves hold so much things it's not even fucking funny. It can hold all of my problems, not even joking. Now you'll notice I don't have building privilege. I've cleared the authorization and you can see I don't have any building privilege whatsoever. Even when I try and authorize myself, you will see I still don't have building privilege. That is because that tool cabinet is not connected to the foundation. It is far too high to be registered as an actual TC. You'll notice now when I try and place one to the right, it keeps on placing, because it doesn't recognize that that tool cabinet is actually real, meaning I can place as many as I want to, provided they're on top of a shelf. Now I have 4 salvage shelves here, and what I'm going to do is place 3 fake ones and 1 real one. Second to the right is going to be the real TC, this one over here. The other 3 are going to be fakes. Now let's see how this happens. First of all, I'll place my TC as you can see over here, second one, and third one. To make one connect, we're going to have to play around with the sockets. Now the sockets are the foundation, the walls, everything that interlinks together. I'm going to be building a small little box in the area where the salvage shelf is supposed to be. When I place down the shelf, you'll notice the height of the TC is going to be at the top of the wall, and that is close enough to be registered as a connection to a socket. You'll see as I place it now, building privilege. Perfect. Due to the height of that wall, the TC thinks that it is flat on the ground or flat on a socket. It is now real. Now let's build a quick container, and we are left with a simple structure like that. I'm going to put on some faces and I'm going to make double story tool cabinets, 4 in a line. And perfecto. Okay, so we've got our 3 fake TCs, our 1 real TCs, and we've got 4 windows. Now, a lot of you guys are going to wonder why on earth I'm placing windows, and this is actually the safest or cheapest way to keep your base safe, because sheet metal doors are absolute shite. You'll notice the building is decaying. That's obviously because the real TC doesn't have any resources inside it. So I'm going to just top it up quickly, add the resources it's needed, some wood, some high quality, and some stone. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to place the 4 shop windows, but before I do that, you'll see all the TCs are standing empty at the moment. They don't need anything because they're not real. However, you can store resources in them, so, you know, they do have a purpose. Now place the 4 shop windows. you'll notice the base is decaying again. That's obviously because the shop windows use metal frags. So as I pick up this window frame and I place the sheet metal frags inside, you'll notice the shop window that I picked up is half health. Every time you pick it up, it loses half of its health. However, if I place it back and I repair it, you'll notice it's only going to cost me 3, 6, 9, 12 metal frags, which is not much considering it's an extra 250 health on that window instead of a sheet metal door. I can remove this item, for example, and place a high quality door. And the high quality door has a phenomenal 800, but the thing is most people don't have level 3 doors. You can see sheet metal doors have 250. Now that is absolute shit compared to the windows that have 500. So this is useless. For the most part, use a window frame if you don't have level 3 doors. It has double the health of the window. Perfect. Okay, so what does this leave us with? We have 4 fake TCs. Would-be raider walks up to your awesome looking base, which is not this fucking base, and he says, hey, first of all, why the fuck is there 4 TCs? Second of all, I want to break this one. Oh, still doesn't have privilege. Tries another one. Oh, still doesn't have privilege. At this stage, the guy's 16 C4 down and he's absolutely hating his fucking life. However, if he does eventually get the real one, you'll notice privilege lost. That was the actual TC. Now he can grief or take over your base should he want to. But what you have to do is think about this on a larger scale. There are hundreds of different ways on how you can implement this. I want you to take my idea, I want you to build some fucking magic. Flak out. And a special thank you to the dudes pictured here. Together, these fuckers have donated a staggering 7,292 freedom coupons to the Flaktonian Society this year alone. If you want to join my Discord, please click on the link on screen. This month, I'm giving away puppies and flamethrowers. Just kidding, I'm not giving away puppies. Thanks for watching. Flak out.